Woody and Dale Show, Woody and Dale Show, Woody and Dale Show.
Don't smoke what I need.
Woody and Dale Show, Woody and Dale Show, Woody and Dale.
Oh my, those are two awesome guys.
This is Woody.
And this is Daryl.
Woody and Daryl Show. We are here in the studio right now, getting ready to record. Well, actually, we ain't getting ready. We are recording right now. It is official.
We're waiting for Captain America to walk in here right now.
Captain, as soon as he gets, the show is really going to begin. First off, we got to thank y'all. We got to thank y'all for waiting for this and everything. I know it's been, a month or two coming. For some people, it's been a little bit longer, but definitely want to thank y'all.
Thank you to our guests. Thank you, Tony Mack, for the theme song.
That's right. Definitely got to give a shout out to Tony Mack and the Blues Connections, or the other three guys, whatever they're called.
Who knows? One of them's name's Derek Tucker.
Yeah, something
maybe
like that.
Different letter.
Could be. I know him as Po Poop. Not a lot of people know that, but I know him as Po Poop.
What is a Po Poop, Woody?
It's a Derek Tucker. Just saying. Just saying.
Then what is a Cole Terrell?
He's a short, stubby guy.
Plays bass.
Plays bass, yes, definitely. But while we're sitting here, we're waiting on Captain America. Definitely wanted to talk to y'all. Let y'all know what's up. Me and Daryl, we've been wanting to do this for a while. Things have stopped us. Careers,
life,
definitely life.
Children.
Oh God, children.
Taxes.
Now I'm just getting depressed. I'm just saying, right now I'm getting depressed. I just want to give y'all a little history. My name is Woody, right here from Lucedale, born and raised. Went to George County High. A lot of y'all may know this. A lot of the guys I work with, y'all don't. But, still live in Lucedale. Love this place. I've moved away a couple of times. I always find my way back here. There's a lot of people from this town that I admire. Love, mainly my dad, besides him, I just like everyone else.
Lots of love for George County and South Mississippi.
Yeah, lots of love for South Mississippi, man. It's a wonderful place.
We both grew up here.
Yeah.
And we're both from here.
Yeah.
We both have family here.
I thought I said this.
Yeah, you did.
Why are you copying me?
Because that's what I do, Woody.
You're like a lingering fart sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Just when I think you're gone, bam, I run into you again.
I'm also the guy that knows how to operate the technology.
And that is important.
And you're the one that's supposed to be doing most of the talking.
Hey, I am good for that. I am definitely good for that. Well, you know what? While we waiting, I guess I need to, prepare my interviewing skills, because, I am going to interview the piss out of Aaron. Just say,
I hope he don't hit you with like a shield or anything.
I hope this ain't no Geraldo moment either. That would suck.
I mean, let's face it, Woody. The difference between you and me and Aaron is I don't know, Iraq and guns and and combat and fight. He can fight and
can't forget 3 foot.
Yeah, 3 foot.
Yeah, we're just saying Daryl's kind of a midget, compared to me and Aaron.
I am 5'7" in real life. Woody is probably 6'2".
Man, I'm 6'2" when I sit down.
Well, everything is, everything over 6 foot's tall to me, Woody. I quit measuring after 6 foot.
The guys at work say I'm 7 foot 18 inches tall. I'm pretty sure they think I'm related to the Sasquatches. I have yet to meet the Sasquatch family or anything, but apparently they're a good looking group of people. Because I think I'm a very good looking guy.
Jack Black?
Jack, I'm no relation to him.
But we've seen the Pick of Destiny, and we've seen him in a Sasquatch suit.
That is right.
He is a sexy Sasquatch.
He was. He was a midget, sexy Sasquatch. I don't even know if that's right, or if that's, weird to say, but hey, it's our show. We can say whatever we want to. I mean, is it more my show than yours, or is it ours? You know?
No, it's definitely your show. Woody.
Oh, it's my show.
You remember that?
Okay.
Nobody wants to know about what Daryl did or where he came from.
No, I'm going to interview you. I'm going to interview you right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Daryl Sainsbury.
I knew that. I totally knew that.
It's English. And it's spelt funny.
Anytime your name starts with an X, it's spelt funny. I mean, when the first three letters of your name is XQP and you pronounce it Sainsbury, just saying there's something off about this. People in your family must have been illiterate somewhere down the road. You know, then a savior came and fixed it for y'all. I mean, but why your family stayed with that spelling, I've still yet to understand. But for podcast reasons, we're going with the normal spelling. Just saying. So you're happy to be doing this?
Well, yeah, Woody. I mean, we've known each other for like what, our whole lives since middle school.
Well, yeah, you've known me since middle school. I picked you up about a month ago. I needed someone smarter than me to help me with this. You know?
Well, that's probably true.
I mean,
I get used a lot, people. Just saying,
Man,
I get used a lot.
I'm just saying, if the rest of the podcast goes this good, we're doomed for failure. But hey, it's going to be fun.
Actually, I'll tell you how it'll go. Woody will become famous and hire new recording people.
I'm totally going to Howard Stern you. I mean, we need to sign the contract right now saying that when I do Howard Stern you still got to work for me, because someone's got to edit this stuff. I mean,
and somebody does, because it's terrible most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Yeah, y'all just don't realize, that there's a lot to this. It ain't just one big, hour long to do. Other people messes up, not me. I'm pretty spot on all this stuff. Most of the things I say will be kept, but Daryl, he'll have to edit himself. But that's okay. That's okay. We're good with that. He's here for a little bit of lighter humor and stuff like that. But
I think it's time for Captain America, Woody.
I think it is. Is he here?
So, anyway, moving on from that, we have got a very special guest with us this evening. We have got Aaron Nichols, Mr. Captain America himself. Captain America, baby. All right? You don't know about Captain America, then you just, I don't even know.
Apostrophe America.
Apostrophe America. Aaron, America, Captain America, Nichols. Just saying. I am happy to have him. Daryl is happy to have him. But Aaron is a very special friend. He is a military man, served in the U.S. Marines. And he is special because he came up with the phrase Jet Rebels. And that's just freaking awesome, and it's fun to say. Is it not?
Yep.
I mean, but we're going to get right on up into it. And we were sitting here talking before we started this whole thing. We talk about news and stuff like that, and kind of what we're going to talk about. And it just kind of hit us. I really want to talk about the mom from Georgia. She is something else. Obviously, moms ain't taken to her, Aaron, but
Well, let's hear about her.
Well, funny story here. This is what not to do as a parent. Don't throw your child a party that is, and better yet, don't throw your 16-year-old child a party. Break out a Twister game. Play Naked Twister with them. Oh yeah, play Naked Twister with them. Take an 18-year-old to the bathroom, let him do his thing. You come out not satisfied, grab your toys, sit down on the couch in front of everybody, including your own child, and say, "Hey, I got this." Get in a hot tub with everybody. Decide to go to bed. Let your daughter go to the bath or go to bed with her boyfriend. Her think to herself, "No, it's too big. Go to mom's room." And now she's facing charges of sex with. No, she ain't facing sex with a minor because he's 16, and in Georgia that's age of consent. But
Really?
yeah,
16?
16.
Hmm.
But she is being charged with sexual exploitation because she masturbated in front of 16-year-olds, took pictures with them,
Unreal.
played Twister. I mean, I'm just, you know
I
what?
thought you were talking about a tornado.
No. Oh, it was a tornado effect, all right. I mean, and what gets me even more about this is she's a recovering alcoholic, which is good. She is a recovering alcoholic, but she decided to tell her AA sponsor about it. It's like that'd be like me coming to you. It's like, "Hey, Aaron, I'm a recovering alcoholic, but 3 weeks ago." No, you just don't do that, guys. Is that just me or?
She's honest.
I mean, she's honest, all right, and she's hot too. I'm telling you, I'm fixing to find a picture of her, but she's facing all kind of charges because of doing all this stuff. Georgia mom, naked twister. You can't go.
Google that?
I'm Googling Georgia mom naked twister right now. Look, Google is the greatest thing ever. If you've never used Google, try to. That's how I get everything.
Thank you, Al Gore.
Yes, thank you, Al Gore, for giving us
Inventing the internet.
Yes. Tell me what you think.
The government does it all.
There she is. There is naked twister mom.
She's got a 16-year-old?
I'm not worried about the 16-year-old. I just want to be invited to a party.
Well,
that's what kills me the most about this whole situation is she went to, she had sex with an 18-year-old, and she came out not satisfied.
the thing about these cases, most of the time, like these teachers with these kids, it's like an attractive lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like somebody. You know what I mean? It's not like your typical teacher that's between 40.
Yeah.
Your stereotypical teacher that's
gray-headed. It's like all the women that's doing this is hot. Well, not all of them, but we'll say 98% of them, because, or roughly.
Is it Mary Kay Letourneau or whatever was her name?
Yeah.
She ended up marrying the guy that her case, and they ended up having kids.
It's crazy.
And then they just celebrated their 20th anniversary or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
And she's going to be sleeping with his kids' schoolmates and stuff.
I don't think she's teaching anymore.
I know, but Francis coming over. Francis,
I don't know in this day and age.
Wait, your mom's who? I can see that already. Wait, who'd you say your mom was? It's kind of like the movie Good Luck Chuck. Everyone finds out who Chuck is, and now all these girls is coming to his dentist's office. That's happening. These kids is going to have lots of friends. So is hers. Guarantee it. There's a lot of guys coming around nowadays, even though she's in jail, but still, Yeah, it makes you think, huh? I know what you're thinking, like, who could it be? Who do I know that would do something like that? Obviously, Dad's is talking about this, like, if that was my son, I'd be proud. And women's talking about it like, what if it was your daughter? Well, I would kill somebody. Plain and simple. I'd kill me.
And the judges are a lot more lenient, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy is
But
she's out of, if that would have been a male, they would have been in jail still to this day. But yeah, she's been out for years, and they're celebrating their 20th wedding anniversary or something. But it's like.
But is that really fair though?
It's
definitely a double standard.
Yeah, it's huge double standard.
I'm okay with the double standards. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I'm perfectly fine about it. How do you feel about it, Daryl? It doesn't matter anyway. Just sit there and laugh.
Well, it just seems like our George County was notorious for it, and even still up until recent history. I mean,
yeah, but moving on from that, look, I gotta talk to you about, obviously you're from right here in George County. A lot of people that's going to be on here is going to be people from George County. It's going to be people that me or Daryl we admire, we look up to, which I don't look up to too many people for many reasons. One, I'm bigger than everyone besides LaCory Street, and LaCory Street, if you listen to this, I'll punch you in your face.
We need to have Corey Street as a guest.
Yeah, we'll have you as a guest, and I'll put you down in your place. Yeah, how about that? Because I'll buy me a bigger chair and I'll sit over you. Now what? There. Yeah, got that out of the way.
I seen LaCory and Wayne Lee's the other day.
He's bald. I mean, I'm going bald. Corey's bald. I mean,
he always wears a cap when I've seen him.
Oh, man, look, right here, gone.
He's always got a dip of snuff in his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like one of the only black guys I know that dips snuff.
Yep. He playing football, he'd dip. Be out there. Get hit and swallow it. He just swallow it.
I've heard stories about him tackling people and just spitting snuff in their face.
Yep.
I mean, I respect that. I mean, I don't do that kind of stuff. I mean,
his dad, Big Dipper too.
Yeah, Mitchell Lee. Yeah, Big Dipper. Chris, not so much. Chris, yeah, not so much. You know Chris, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good set of guys right there. Love their mom.
Oh yeah.
Love their mom. Love you, Miss Street. Just saying, if you hear this, I love you. Told you that the other day. Now I'm saying it on air for everyone to hear. Love you. So, but yeah, Aaron played football right here in Lucedale. Played for the George County Rebels. Man, give me a Jet Rebels.
Jet Rebel! Woo!
Yeah! Woo!
Little rebel yell to get the podcast going.
That's it, man. Yeah, I remember being at pep rallies, for 7 years. Just saying. Yeah. Some of the best ones was there with Aaron doing Jet Rebels. I missed a lot of pep rallies too. I mean, I was doing other things from time to time. Not with teachers though. That's illegal. Just saying. But Aaron went on, joined the military. U.S. Marines. I don't know. I really don't even. Is it U.S. Marines or just Marines? I'm going to say just, I like U.S. Marines because he didn't join like the German Marines.
Yeah, there are other Marines in the world besides the U.S. Marines.
Yeah, so,
United States Marines.
Yes, yeah. So he joined our Marines.
Mm-hmm. I trained with some of them from Korea. The Rock Marines, Republic of Korea.
The Rock Marines?
Mm-hmm.
So you met him, huh?
No, them.
Them.
Yeah.
He's that big that he's like them?
No, I'm saying the force trained with.
I know, The Rock is a force to be reckoned with. Everyone knows that.
Not Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, shout out Dwayne Johnson!
ROK, Republic of Korea.
Dwayne Johnson, if you ever hear this, I am saying this is the People's Podcast. Just saying, if you ever listen to this is the People's Podcast. Friend us. Please, we're on Facebook. Just saying. I'm not a technology. Martin Luther had one bad example. But, what? Don't judge me. So yeah, all right. So it wasn't Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but still, he's cool. But so obviously it wasn't the North Koreans.
No,
because they're still here. Yeah.
That's right, South Koreans. So basically, I joined the Marine Corps when I was 18. I went to PERT for a semester. September 11th happened in 2001, and about 3 months after that, I thought about joining the military. Until that time, 9/12 was a day where everybody was patriotic. liberals and conservatives were, you know.
Everyone just kind of banded
Yeah,
together.
everybody banded together. Everybody was a patriot the day after, and we all sit there, and everybody knows exactly where they were the day that the towers fell, regardless if you're one of the ones that believes that the U.S. government did it or not. We all sat there and watched it. At that time, there wasn't too many conspiracy theories about our own government killing 3,000 of our own people, but I won't get into that. So I joined the Marine Corps in January of 02 until 06. January of 06 is when I got out. My first deployment was to Japan, and from there I deployed to Korea during the invasion of Iraq.
Did you learn any Mandarin?
Not really. I learned a few phrases, but you know.
I know Mandarin.
I learned how to say thank you.
I know Mandarin. I dated a girl that was Mandarin. That was Japanese.
Awesome.
Yeah, I really don't, but I figured it'd be a good chance to finally one up you.
Yeah.
So once in my life, it's like, how about that? You may have the looks and the physical prowess and a good looking beard and hair and work on trains, but I work on cranes, so we're kind of equal there. But
my roommate was Korean, Steve O. He
not the Steve O.
Not the Steve O. Steve Socknam was my roommate when I was in Okinawa.
Did you call him just O?
Yeah, just call him
O.
O. PFCO, Lance Corporal O. But O taught me some Korean when we went to Korea. A few phrases to get around. Where's the beer? We had 3 days of Libo in Seoul, Korea, Itaewon, which is a downtown republic, downtown district near where the Olympics were in '88. But there's a big army base there in Seoul, so they have like nighttime patrols. The army comes through, and it's like a 11 o'clock curfew if you're military and you're out on the street. If you got a high and tight and you're out on the street, they're sweeping you off, putting you in a Humvee and taking you to get logged in as being past curfew. Kind of like shore patrol when you deploy overseas.
Yeah.
The Navy comes through, and if they got ships on port, then the shore patrol, they're on duty as to like maintain order and discipline within the military ranks.
Yeah.
In the port, so it's kind of the same type deal. But there's a few places underground that you can make your way to where you can kind of keep out of sight out of there. We did that for 3 days. Then we went back to Warrior Base on the DMZ, South Korea, in Panmunjom, South Korea, which is right on the DMZ border of North Korea. And we got to go up on the DMZ and to the UN buildings that they have there, where they have their meetings between the North and South Koreans, and they eyeball each other 24/7. Right now, there's two guys. One of them's North Korean, one of them's South Korean, and they're sitting there and they're staring at each other, eyeing
Fighting
each other
for
up,
that Pepsi.
Because we were there for the 50th year of the armistice in 03. 53 was the July, I think, of 53 was the signing of the armistice. So they've been at a ceasefire for 50 years at that time. So 62 years now. So they've been, they're still at in tension. It's real tense there. They've got artillery positions that are lined up, ready to, that are dialed in. Have been, for 60 years they've been dialing in these positions, and at any time they can pull the trigger. So it's pretty tense on the DMZ, and we were there because, we invaded Iraq, and that would be, in the North Koreans' eyes, they may see that as a weak spot for the South Koreans, who are, South Korea's westernized, a democratic style government. So,
well, I'm going to ask you something while we're talking about the Koreans and North Korea and stuff like this. I know this is kind of, your expertise, but given the effects of everything that's been going on here in the past several years, 4 or 5 years, how long has Kim Jong-un been in power?
Ever since his father died. I guess it's been 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, all right, 3 or 4 years, Tough question. Should we give North Korea Dennis Rodman? I say we do.
Yeah. If he wants to go over there and powwow with him,
I mean, yeah.
he's a big basketball fan, being all of 4'11", then
Yeah.
But they're real
Oh, look
big.
at me! I dunk! You come here and you pick me up.
He wasn't the only one. There was like a group of basketball players. I don't know all their names, but there was a group of NBA players who went over there and had like a meeting with Kim Jong-un and was like, I don't know. They think like a cultural, class on Americanism and basketball or something. I don't know what they were doing over there, but
I mean, that phone call could have went one of two ways. Here, you get me there and rob me on the phone. Hey, you come over here, I'm going to kill your family, okay? I'm going to kill them, okay? I like basketball, I like you. You come here. Which, he ain't got no family, so,
I wouldn't speak too ill of them because you seen what they did to Sony. They may shut us down. They might shut the whole podcast down.
Hey, I will go to my Netflix right now and put on the interview. You won't shut me down for long, okay? I'm Woody by God.
We will play it on the website.
That's right.
For free.
That's right. Eat that, Kim Jong-un. But,
But it was pretty...
We're going to die.
Yeah, my house is going to get bombed.
They're
I live
pretty
in
cut off from
Agricola.
society. Right there on the DMZ, they have this place called Propaganda Village, or they call it Paradise, where they kind of display what it would be like to live in North Korea. And it's, the North Koreans that are on guard there can see the city. They have this flag that weighs like 600 pounds dry.
Good God.
It's at one point in time, I think it was the biggest flag in the world, and they have it on this enormous flagpole. And they try to, it's all about appearance and intimidation. So like, they wear being shorter people, Asian Oriental type. They're shorter. They wear platform shoes and they spike their hair up. Kim Jong-un, he had his hair kind of spiked up a little bit to give him a little bit, make it appear like he's a few more inches higher.
He tries to be tall. I'm just tall. He wishes he could be me.
Yeah, you pretty much tower over. I've heard that Kim Jong-il was a big like John Wayne fan. He sat around listening to like watching westerns all day. And
If you're not a John Wayne fan, then
big fan of the Duke.
yeah, you're not American. If you're not a John Wayne fan, and that man showed patriotism toward us for being a John Wayne fan. For that, I salute you. But glad you're gone. But I mean, anyone who dies with 7 pounds of beef in their stomach, that's an American. That's an American.
Holy smoke! Is that a fact?
Yeah, that is a made-up fact right now.
Okay.
Yes,
It's a Woody fact.
Well, it's one I've always heard. I mean, is it true? I don't know. You're a conspiracist, ain't you? Yeah, you believe in conspiracy theories.
I believe in investigating conspiracy theories.
This is one of them things we may have to look up.
I think Elvis had maybe 7 pounds of hydrocodone in his system.
Whoa.
He died on the toilet.
Yes, he did. He went out with a bang. I mean, that is for sure. I mean, 2 ways I want to die. On the toilet, doing what I love, which I call my toilet the gym.
Huh.
Yeah. I know some guys are like, oh, I'm going to. I just call my toilet the gym. It sounds better. Like, hey, I'm going to the gym. Sounds good. You like that, don't you?
The John. Some people call it the John.
Yeah, the John. See, but
some guy named John invented the toilet, I think.
No, the tree. I think. I don't know. Either way,
I like the term commode.
Commode. That's because it sounds like commando.
Commode is my preferred.
It just sounds funny. I like,
older people use that word.
Yeah.
Commode.
But the thing about Jim is
the tub. The commode.
You don't poo in the tub. I mean, that is no. You don't do that. People's wives have to clean them things. But if you go to the gym,
I like this cup with Sergeant Slaughter on it. Sergeant Slaughter from the 1980s WWF.
That's right. Now it's WWE, where patent pended, old WWF stuff. Yeah. I try to.
What was it? The World Wildlife
Federation. Yeah, they said that we had it before y'all did, and I'm pretty sure the WWF was around. I don't know. In
It's like the World Wildlife Federation.
yeah, that's why I had to change.
I thought it was the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, no, it was. You had the
the WWF wrestling was World Wrestling Federation, but the World Wildlife is the reason that WWF is WWE now.
And they had to change it to World Wrestling.
I guess it was like around 2000 or 2001.
No, it was around 2004, I think. Because I watched some of that stuff on Netflix, and around 2003, 2004, they'll have to blot out that elf that's still there because it's that same logo they had. 2-3 years ago before.
It was kind of like this.
Yeah, that's the old logo, just the W. But then they went with a more edgy W with the elf on the side, and then they eventually just put another line to make it the E and all that. Okay. But I mean, I'm not saying I like wrestling, but I will fight you if you try to change it.
If you talk bad about Sergeant
Slaughter. That's right. But
the Bushwhackers.
Oh, they was just honored.
The Steiner brothers.
Oh man, Scott Steiner just tried to beat up Hulk Hogan or something. Real life, he cornered up.
My favorite was the Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
3-point stance and just get turbo tackled.
That and he carried the American flag
and a 2x4.
And a 2x4.
That's
that's all you need.
You do not get more American.
3 people you better love in this country. The Duke, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Chuck Norris.
I was going to say the same thing.
I mean, look, man. I mean, we're men. We think like that. I mean,
that's apostrophe America.
Yeah, that's right. That is. Look, if you can love those people, then you're America, people. You're America. America is what makes the world go round. It ain't those Koreans. America. Granted, the Koreans may make a bunch of our stuff.
Yeah.
But Americans have good thoughts and people
make a lot of Daryl's swords.
Yes, right. They make.
And Pakistan.
Yes, Pakistan made a lot of your swords.
Apparently, Pakistan makes a lot of English swords.
Yeah. I actually have a English sword, a 1913 British bayonet that I inherited from an Iraqi when I was in Iraq. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
now, you said inherited.
Yeah, he passed it down to me in his will.
Okay.
In other words, I shot him and I took it. What?
He had it and I liked it. We was in war. I took it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I thought about asking that question, because you find out one of your buddies actually served in the military. You want to know. I know I've asked my dad, and my dad's all like, he was in the Army. He broke his left kneecap going to Vietnam. Basically the same situation you found yourself in. Vietnam War was going on, and Daddy thought it was right for him to go fight for his country. And during basic training, he fell in a foxhole, broke his left knee, and they wound up shipping him to Germany over all that, and Daddy became a weapons specialist. And there's not too much about a weapon my dad can't fix. And when he refers me toward a specific gun, I listen to him because he knows his stuff. And I know a lot of people talk very low of a high point, but my dad loves them, and he's not cheap. He'll run out by a Smith & Wesson, Glock, whatever. Whatever Daddy thinks shoots good, but he is big on them high points. And I have one. I have a little 380, and you'd be surprised at how many people's guns I've taken because they think that their gun's better than mine, and I don't shoot them.
I need to get me a little 380 as a concealed.
Well, if you want something to conceal, don't go with high point. I will say that because those are big guns. They're bulky, but they're good guns.
Yeah.
But yeah, they wound up sending Daddy off to Germany, and he had his own conflicts over there. It was a mafia group that kept breaking into U.S. military bases, stealing guns, ammo, all that stuff.
Mafia's not real, Woody.
Yes, the mafia is real.
Mafia's not real,
Mafia
Woody.
is real. I'm just saying, I got Google right here. I am at, Google. I am at your, I'm at your beck and call. I mean, I will look that up. Lucedale man claims Dixie.
I have never even heard of these people. What is a Dixie Mafia?
They're no joke. I mean, really, they're no joke. They're based out of Louisiana for the most part. They have a lot of a connection with the Simon City Rolls now. It's mainly the Simon City Rolls that they somewhat partnership, but took over the Dixie Mafia, as far as I know. But I know a few people that has said it, but I know I try to not get into that. Why?
Because, when you're rich and you're a chick, you don't go to jail. You throws your shoe.
Well, he just deserved it. He was trying to write me a ticket. I mean, I was wearing my 7-inch heel pumps and all that, and he pulled me over because I had just had me a few mojitos or whatever they are, and I was swerving in my Mercedes.
What did you call them?
Mojitos?
Mojitos?
Yeah, mojitos.
Mimosas.
Mimosas. That's a breakfast alcoholic drink. Just saying, guys. If you're drinking a mimosa, yep, I know him.
Do I know him?
Probably not.
More than likely. We went to high school with him.
I mean, yeah, you may, but I got stories.
I do too.
Yeah.
What's up with that face?
Well, he was happy.
Yeah.
Like
I'm awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I just did this, we can't say too much about it. Believe me, we cannot say too much about it, and I'll explain that later. But that was funny to me. There's a couple people that's obviously in this stuff, and me personally, I'm like, hey, to each their own. I don't want to be in a club. There's club thieves.
Ultimately, the mafia is real.
Yes.
As he proved.
Yes, I firmly believe in the Italian mob too.
And they don't wear suits.
They don't. No. We're rednecks.
Overalls.
Yes, we're rednecks, man. I don't wear suits to church. I wear pants. Sometimes I may wear shorts. It's just all.
Whitey Bulger, he was in the mafia. He just got prosecuted for like 40, 50 years. He was like one of the big mobsters in the 60s and 70s.
Really? I like John Gotti.
Yeah.
I do a good John Gotti impression. I'm John Gotti.
Awesome.
You sound just like
I know. You can't say I don't. I'm John Gotti.
Somebody give this guy a mic.
Yeah. You can't. Have you ever heard John Gotti speak?
No.
See, you can't say. I sound like John Gotti. Yeah. I'm John Gotti. I ain't trying to be Tony Montana or anything like that. Yeah. But John Gotti, he's real. I think he was Italian mob.
His last name ended with Val. I think he's Italian.
Yeah, that is true. It's kind of like a Jewish thing, ain't it? If it ends with a Berg, you're a Jew.
Or a Stein.
Or a Stein. Yeah, Stein or Bergs, you're a Jew.
Or Baum.
Yes. Not if it starts with a bomb, because you got Obama and he's just bombing out. But Hey, speaking of which, let's talk about presidency. We get to vote next year.
Who is y'all's candidate so far?
Well,
Rand Paul.
Rand Paul?
Rand Paul.
I like Rand Paul. I haven't picked yet. I'm not going to decide. I feel like every time over the last couple of elections that I've picked, my guy doesn't get nominated, and so I end up voting for
someone else's guy.
Yeah, the lesser of two evils, in my opinion. It's gotten to where the GOP, the Grand Old Party, whoever has the most money, and basically right now Jeb Bush has got the most money, or getting the most money. So he started out, hundreds of millions of dollars ahead of anybody else in the race. I mean, Rand Paul, Scott Walker,
Ted Cruz. Which, what's the latest on Ted Cruz? Is he Canadian? Is he American? He's American, if you ask me.
Here's the thing with that. His mother was a natural-born citizen and was a citizen for more than 5 years, which makes his birth. Same thing would have been for Obama. Even if Obama would have been born in Kenya, he would have still been eligible for presidency regardless. A lot of people say, well, he was born in Kenya, Well, even if he was born in Kenya, his mother was a citizen of the United States and for more than the term length to be a citizen. And so even the birthers who say, well, he was born in Kenya, even though I don't support Barack Obama, he was still eligible for president because his mother was from Kansas, which ultimately her parents, Barack Obama's grandparents, moved to Hawaii, where she met his father, Barack Obama Sr.
Then you got all the radical Christians, not poking on Christians or nothing like that, but when he was elected, the Bible says something about the Antichrist, riding a white horse from the west.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember people saying his mother's white, and he's coming from the west, and I'm like,
well, he denied his mother's race at the age of 12 due to conflicting.
He was getting beat up.
Personality disorders. Basically, he didn't know how to.
And he's still the blackest white guy I know.
Basically, he lived in Hawaii, which was a multicultural society anyway, and they were a more liberal society than America because they were only a state for in the 1960s, a couple of years. I mean, I think 48 or something like that.
I'm just saying this is making me hungry, and I'm breaking out the potluck brownies. I'm breaking out. My wife baked these, by the way, so y'all have to eat them. I mean, you ain't got to eat them all. I plan on hallucinating later. But,
so what do you do now, Aaron, by the way? Because I wasn't here earlier. So I probably missed all that.
I currently work at a railroad here in South Mississippi in Moss Point as a train master.
With Matt Freifogel and everybody? Mm-hmm. Okay. Elijah was doing that for a little while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is he still doing it?
No, he's not with us anymore.
I'm just saying, these are damn good.
Matt McLeod, little Matt McLeod.
Yeah, okay.
He works there. Brandon Fairley.
Most everybody I graduated with works for the railroad. Yeah. Or they're at AT&B.
Yeah.
But me, no.
It's not a bad gig. I started out as a conductor, and I worked as a conductor for about 4 years, and then I went up into management in 2012.
The railroad does.
Work at Pizza Hut?
No, I went to George County Schools.
And we work at Pizza Hut, too.
Yeah.
Come to Pizza Hut. They're our unofficial sponsor. Right now, we have a large stuffed crust on sale for $9.99 one topping, people. So, yeah. Go to Pizza Hut. I'll make you pizza. Yeah.
But Ted Cruz, though, back to Ted Cruz, I think Ted Cruz is the most conservative candidate, if you like conservatism. But I've been reading a book called The Conservatarian Manifesto, written by Charles Cook, and he's a columnist for the National Review. And it's pretty interesting. If you are, there's not too many conservative our age and millennials, Generation X conservatives, because statistically, the gay marriage thing, I mean, it's through the roof for our age, 18 to 30. 65% of millennials, 18 to 30, support gay marriage rights. But if you're conservative fiscally, where you believe in a balanced budget and budget cuts and cutting spending, then you might find interest in the conservatarian idea. He does an excellent job setting up the whole thing by the original intent of the Constitution by the framers. That's what conservatism to me is. It's not just those three social issues that everybody talks about, but it's more about the structure of the government and the Constitution. And I find in this book, I can really relate to the idea behind blending the conservative ideology with the libertarian ideology. Regardless of it's more giving more control back to the local governments and less to the federal government. Because what business do they have, if they're not there?
Yeah.
In say Oregon or anywhere across the United States or in Mississippi, what do we care what they do in Oregon? You know what I'm saying? So take care of your own backyard. What affects your society?
Because we're all different.
In 2004, Amendment 1 to the Constitution, 86% of the people in a bipartisan ballot initiative, voted to ban same-sex marriage in Mississippi. See, I agree with that principle because it's not addressed in the Constitution. So, according to Amendment 10, it should be left up to the states. So,
did you just hint him? Like you understood that? I mean, let's be honest. I want to stop you for a minute. Anyone who understands what he's saying, please raise your hand. He didn't even raise his own hand. Just saying. But he sure does sound pretty saying it.
So, regardless if you believe, you agree with it or not, it should be left up to the people of the state. And every time it has been left up to the people of the state, Mississippi and Idaho and California with Proposition 8, the people have been against it. Even though statistics show people our age are more for it, with all generations taken into account, older people vote more than younger people do.
Yeah.
I wish that I'm one of those people that's trying to change that. That's why I'm so vocal on Facebook and social media is trying to get this information out there, because I would like to see more people our age involved, because we are the next generation. And so, I spend a lot of time studying the Constitution, the original intent behind every amendment, not just the Second Amendment. A lot of conservatives, they like to wave their guns in the Second Amendment. I support the Second Amendment, but I support, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, the right to remain silent, the right to a speedy trial, and so on and so forth. The good thing about the amendment process is that it can be self-correcting, like with the 18th Amendment that about prohibition. Prohibition banned alcohol, which in turn created the 21st Amendment, which repealed the 18th Amendment. And so, I spend a lot of my time studying this document that is, a lot of people say it's a living document or it's a evolving document. Yes, it is, in the fact that there can be amendments or, in Article 5 convention where the states can come together. As long as 2/3 of the states agree, there can be an amendment passed that way as well. But, really understanding the framers' intent with this gay marriage thing that keeps coming up, with states having their constitution called unconstitutional by one judge, I think is ridiculous when, they try to use the 14th Amendment to justify this. But in 1868, when the 14th Amendment was created, I can guarantee that none of the framers supported gay marriage.
Yeah.
So you can't justify something written in 1868 to say that in 2015 it means this. No, it means the same thing today as it meant back then, and that goes for all the amendments. That goes for the Second Amendment. That goes for all the amendments, including the 14th. So it should be left up to the states, and the states say,
Well, I will say this, as far as my vote is concerned, who I pick and all that stuff, I'm going with Monica Lewinsky. All in.
Don't vote for Monica Lewinsky's
ex-boyfriend's wife. Yes, she got the job done when Hillary couldn't. That's the one I like the most. She got the job. She has my vote. Hey, she's been in the White House, a long time. She knows her way around it, Take that how you want to.
I think I'll wait until next year when I see who the nomination is, and then I'll make my decision what I'm going to do.
I'm going to write her in. I'm just telling you right now.
I would like to see more candidates in it besides just the Democrat and the Republicans in the presidential debates. But with the FEC, the Federal Election Committee, basically the Democrats and the Republicans run it, and so they say that the only way a third party candidate can be in the national presidential debate is if they get a certain percentage of the poll. I think 5 to 15%. I can't remember exactly what the number is, but they have to receive in public pollings a certain percentage to be even get invited. So, or if the Republicans and Democrats say that, hey, we think that this may, if they both agree that this may benefit us both by splitting the vote, then I think Ross Perot was the last one in like '92.
I think you should run.
I miss Ross Perot.
Yeah, I do too.
And his ears.
Yeah,
I really miss his ears.
Ross Perot.
But
I'm rich. I got money.
Yeah, billionaire.
I can do stuff.
Why don't you run for some kind of office? I mean, really. You know your stuff. You obviously study up on this stuff.
I think I will eventually. I think that I'm not ready yet. Still got a lot of learning to do. Even with the studying, when the time is right, I'll pray about it and I'll make my decision. When the time is right. I don't feel like right now the time is right and I wouldn't even know where to start as far as looking at what office to run for. But I do think that later on down the road, I think that I could see being involved more.
I mean, starting off small time like mayor, moving up from there.
Maybe supervisor.
Oh, I could totally see it.
Supervisor.
Yeah, I could totally.
District supervisor.
That's what I
See, you live out on Brushy Creek, so that would be district.
I'd have to study the.
That's Rocky Creek. That's the big
Yeah,
one.
that's Fred Kroom.
one.
Yeah, you got Fred Kroom.
Fred Kroom and Bruce Eubanks.
Yeah, Bruce Eubanks is running.
So it will be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, I'll be 32 in a couple of days, and
Oh, happy birthday!
We'll see how. Appreciate it. We'll see how it goes, and I'm going to continue to study. Like I said, there's still much that I do not know, but over the past 6 years, I've learned a lot since I've got involved with politics and being involved in the knowledge of it. But there's other opportunities. There will be opportunities in the future to be more involved as far as running for office.
I think me and you need to run for mayor. But I will say this.
Together?
No. No, I'm going to be his opponent. I'm going to let him know. I'm going to give this man a run for his money. I mean, you may know the
vice mayor.
I'll be
mayor.
Look, if I lose, I'm just saying right now, I'm going to be your vice. All right, I want to be your vice.
Vice mayor.
Yeah. I mean, he's the mayor. He can give me that position if he wants to. But I'm just letting you know. Whereas you got me on the politics, I got you with one phrase: a vote for me is a vote for you. I got you there. They're going to be like, he is right.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now where I stand. I'm going to put Kool-Aid in all the water fountains. I'm telling you right now.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
That's right. Mommy. I'm bringing movies back to the park, but they're going to be the kind of movies I want to watch. And that's going to be interesting. Don't bring
It's
your
just
kids.
more work for me.
Yeah, you're the IT guy. It's your job. I pay you 10% of nothing to do this. Aaron's my manager. He gets 10% of nothing also. I got it in writing. So even one day when I have more nothing, I have more nothing to share with y'all. But
like I said, I mean, with me, like I said, taking care of the local government first.
Yeah.
Too many times it's a lot of these local politicians run unopposed. You have people that don't even get that. They think the people think, well, that guy's been in office for 16 to 20 years and
buddy system.
Yeah, I mean, so what kind of accountability is that when he knows that he's going to run unopposed as far as being fiscally conservative, even on the county level with some of these projects that they want to spend money on and try to apply for grants and bond and do these bonds and things that they look at as for free money when it's not free money.
So
Milton
it's got to
Friedman,
come.
one of the economists from back in the day, Milton Friedman, the free lunch program, somebody is paying for that. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Somebody's paying for it. and that's the taxpayer. So I mean,
I'm poor. I get free lunches.
You can, you could use that term all you want, but in the end, I mean, it's not true. And the same goes with these bonds that they're passing to. In Texas, they're doing it to build football stadiums, to build a $1 million football stadium. They're doing, So
I'm okay
people
with
that
that.
say they're conservative and vote for these bonds are not conservative.
Yeah. But at the same time, if it's to build a football stadium,
Friday Night Lights.
that's right. I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, you build all the football stadiums you want to.
We can barely pack out the one that we've got now. But in Texas, I mean, they've got some what look like college football stadiums that they're.
Oh yeah, to play high school ball.
County's going in debt to. It's just ridiculous to me. But even as a football fan, a big football fan. But.
Well, look, guys, it is that time. We've got to wrap it up. It has been a very interesting first podcast. I've really had a great time, sitting here in my PJs pretty much, and everyone else is dressed up, but it's my house. You do what I want to.
Wouldn't expect it any other way, would
That's right. We're drinking out of really cool glasses. Yeah, I
really appreciate this.
Sergeant
Slaughter Cup, compliments of the 1980 WWF.
That's how I do around here, man. Look, ain't nothing too good for my friends or my guests.
Some sweet tea.
That's right. Normally we have some really unsweetened tea. We don't use Splenda. We use something else. But for y'all, I made Vicky make sweet tea. See, look, I told her I'd give her a shout out. Vicky made the sweet tea and the brownies.
Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate it.
See, and they love the brownies. They really love the brownies.
I was afraid of the brownies, to be honest.
Yeah,
I didn't touch
the brownies were scary, Woody.
Hey, look, I ate the brownies. All right, but it was a good first episode. We had some laughs for sure. We hope y'all liked it, and we hope y'all tune in for the next one. Definitely want to say thank you to Aaron, not only for taking time out of his day to come here. From what I know, he had a doctor's appointment today in Biloxi at the VA hospital. Is that correct? So, definitely appreciate you, what you've done for this country, the stand you take, it's to be appreciated, if not by no one else, but by me. I appreciate you. Want to give a shout out to all my friends in the military, especially one hot private first class, Miss Kimberly Holland, who's in Louisiana right now. What up, girl?
Well, I appreciate you inviting me, and we'll do it again.
Ain't no problem, man. You got an open invitation. Anytime you just want to pop up, you think we're recording, or if you know we're recording, man, you just want to pop up, I am officially giving you an open invitation. But this is it, guys. Y'all tune in next time, where we will have Tony Mack and the
Blues Connection.
Yeah, the other three. Them. What is it? Tony Mack and what?
And the Blues Connection.
Yeah, that's what I said. The other three guys. Shout out to Cole, Tucker, all y'all. I love y'all. But y'all listen to us next time. We're going to have some live music right here in my kitchen. Some more potluck pot brownies. And who knows, it still may be those brownies. They have a long life shelf, or shelf life. They have both, a life shelf and a shelf life. They'll put your life on a shelf. Thank you, Vicky.
You ate too many.
Yeah, I did. I told you, man, it was potluck. Yeah, I know which one I found. But y'all have a good one. Tune in next time to the Woody and Daryl podcast. We love you. Goodbye.